So you're looking for the car online, and then you find the car that you love. You love the car, you love the color. Well, I don't know about the color, but you love the price, and the price is just $10, $20, $30,000 under the market, and you ask yourself, why is it so cheap? And then you open up the Carfax and it says buyback. And it's all red. You close the Carfax. I don't want to deal with bad Carfax. I don't want to deal with any buybacks. I just want to get a normal car with history of no accident, and the Carfax should be normal. But what is buyback, and is it worth to buy it? Today I'll give you the answer to this question. So Lemon car sounds pretty scary, right? And that red Carfax doesn't look good as well. But in the real world, buybacks are not as bad as you think if you do your research. And it's important to understand that all buybacks are still under factory warranty, no exceptions. And when you get the buyback, when you're in that process, when you don't like the car, you don't want to deal with the issue, you don't want to wait, whatever, you are entitled to get a replacement for your car or your money back, a full amount of money that you paid when you bought the car. So it's important to understand that a lot of people who took advantage of Lemon law, they just abuse the system and they just trying to get out of the car they don't like anymore. That happens, right? You drove the car for a few months, for a year, you don't like it anymore. And you don't want to lose money as well. So Lemon law, especially consumer-friendly Lemon law, is a very good tool for some people who just want to get out of the car. And a lot of times, customer satisfaction is the reason why the car was bought back. And the reasons may vary. It can be a mechanical issue, factory defect, the dealership might have the part that have to be replaced on the back order, and the owner of the car just doesn't want to wait anymore, 30 or 40 days, depends on the state. Or it can be just simply a complaint and the manufacturer will buy the car to seek customer satisfaction. Lemon law is different in each state. There are states like California with more consumer-friendly Lemon laws, and there are states like Illinois where you have to come back to the dealership with the same problem for at least 4 times, unlike 2 times in California. But what if there was a mechanical issue and there was a factory defect? What's happening to these cars and who repairs them? And I was under the wrong impression that all these cars are taken to the manufacturer repair facility where they're repaired by very experienced technicians and not just parts changers, but engineers who had experience with buybacks. But that is not true. And who repairs them is the same dealership and the same technicians, by the exception that now so-called field engineers from the manufacturer are involved, and they can even come out to the dealership to help resolve the issue and fix the problem. And I talked to many people that have been with Mercedes-Benz forever, for a long time, and they told me that there was maybe only one car that had the same issue repeated again in the future after it was bought back. So that Lemon car not always staying at the same dealership and might be sold by the manufacturer, just like this car was sold at the Mercedes-Benz financial auction to other dealership. But that dealership should always have the paperwork with a description of the reason and the repair process if there was a mechanical issue, and you should always ask for that. Although it's best to buy the car that was bought back just for the customer satisfaction. If you dig into the problem, why it was bought back, you can find sometimes very minor problem, just like horn or the heated seat problem, or just something minor and crazy that you'd never think that it could be the reason for the car to become a Lemon car. And you should also keep in mind that only few financial institutions will provide you financing for the car. Only few warranty companies will provide you extended warranty for the car, and you will lose money on the car if you trade it in the future, just for the same reason why you saved that money when you bought it. To sum it up, I would recommend to buy a buyback if, first, if you can save 20 or 30 grand. So we're talking about high-end cars, $100,000, $200,000 cars. We're not talking about an E-Class for $30,000. Second, if you want to buy a salvage car from Copart, you'd rather get a Lemon car. Trust me, you don't want to deal with all this salvage bullshit. You don't want to repair a $100,000 car. You don't want to have your money stuck in that car for the time that when it's being repaired. Third, if you're going to keep the car for a long time, if you want to get rid of the car in a year or two, if that you that person that just sells the car after 6 months, you're gonna lose your money if you buy a Lemon car. So you better stick to that car until the wheels fall off. Fourth, if you want to ship the car out of state, who cares about the title, right? Lemon car or just regular title, you don't care as long as the issue is fixed. Out of state, they put two cars together and make it one car. So that's 4 reasons why you want to get a buyback. I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe. I'll see you in my next videos.